talked like 1 month, you're already doing fancy. And your daughter is my daughter, you know. Like, guy, come on, calm down, don't do that. Don't be like that. Hi guys, welcome to another vlog. So I'm a little bit sad today. This is the last week of January, so if you're a salary earner, you know that it's a very trying time, especially except you have a very flourishing maybe side hustle that really helps. And you know, anyway, it is what it is. But the major thing that's pissing me off today is that my gas finished last night out of nowhere. I'm upset because I wasn't expecting it. Normally gas should last a month, sometimes a month plus. If we manage it well, it will even enter into a new month. But this one is 3 weeks. Like, I bought this gas beginning of the year, so I'm surprised. You know, it's finished. You know, it's very frustrating living with teenagers and little people that don't know how you make money, so they spend and use things recklessly. I'm very sure most parents will understand what I'm saying. So I was really very upset with my girls and myself for not making adequate preparation for that, you know. So this morning they had to go to school without food. Yeah, so I had to stay back, took permission from work, had to go refill the gas. I'm currently cooking, so I have to prepare both breakfast and lunch and take to them now, you know. So like just making something quick, you know, to take to them, so that my daughter was even crying. I had to tell her, Mama, there's no gas. What am I gonna do, right? So my rice is almost done. I'm making rice and beans. It's one of her favorites, so hope you like it. Actually, we were making beans last night, and then when the gas finished, we had to stop. So for backup, I bought akara. So I'm going to buy bread on my way out. So I'm just, this is the last minute veggies I want to add to the food. Spring onion. I had to chop them and put in the freezer so they don't spoil. So when I think I should add them now, yeah. Anyway, guys, their school is around the corner because this is one of the ways I live within my means. I don't put them in a school that I need to pay transport, you know. So guys, I want to buy bread. Normally I don't give them bread and akara. It's usually bread like a toast, you know, sandwich, stuff like that. But I don't have time for that today. I didn't even have bread in the house. So hi guys, so today I'm taking the day off, so I want to use the opportunity to clean up my house a little bit. Anytime I have the time and I'm at home, I try to clean up, like pay attention to the parts and areas that my niece wouldn't necessarily notice. So yes guys, I told you guys I started my day with having a situation with gas. Yes, so I have cooked their meals, delivered at their schools. Yes, I sent breakfast and lunch for my daughter and herself, and because they're in the same school, but one is primary, one is secondary. So I went to the primary section first, delivered for Gorgeous. Then I went to the secondary and delivered for my niece. So I've been home for about more than an hour, watched the movie, and I'm just chilling because, like, first of all, there are just situations I don't want to talk about online, but like I can't go back to work today. Yes. So I decided to clean up. So guys, let's do this.
Whisper secrets through the air. A somber stars, they dance without care. The ocean hums a melody low. In your arms I feel it flow. Under the Rio moonlight, so divine. Your heart beats in rhythm, echoing mine. Soft and slow, let's sway tonight.
A heap of washed clothes, so these clothes are clean. They've been washed. And guys, training a teenager is not easy. Anyway, guys, so as we all know, this is my parlor. I don't have any furniture. So if you want to bless me, I would appreciate it. Yes, so I can fix my parlor. But while we are at it, I want to get rid of this junk. Yeah, I have fabrics that need to be made. I have bags. I have given away more than 10 handbags. My own, the ones I inherited from my late sister, and I still have a lot I don't use. I rather go with my school bags, right? Like backpacks. So I want to get rid of this. We've been here since December. This is January ending, basically 2 months, and this has been an eyesore for me. So now that things have really calmed down a little bit, have settled down a little bit, I think I'll get rid of it.
Under the Rio moonlight, your laughter's a song, a sweet refrain, a tune that lingers soft as the rain. Every glance is a chord, a perfect key. You compose a symphony in me. The waves keep time, the stars align. Each moment with you feels so sublime. Oh, love, it's a bossa nova tune, dancing with you under the moon.
I'm almost done. Guys, you know, I moved from a 2-bedroom to a 1-bed, but the 1-bed that is like 10 times better than the 2-bed, so kind of overrules. However, when it comes to space, I love that I have my privacy. For instance, when I want to shoot a video, I can literally send them off to their room and then, enjoy my space. And then property distribution. For instance, all these are supposed to be in their room, so, and I like my space very minimal, no unnecessary decor. I hate overcrowded space. So when I start actually decorating my parlor, bringing the sofa and all the things I need in the living room, I want to get rid of this two here. I love to get rid of this cupboards, this table here, So it's really a challenge, but right now it's not a problem because the parlor is still the way it is. But when I'm ready, I don't know what I'm going to do because the room is already filled up. I already feel like my room is like there's so much inside my room. So like I said, this is the second time I'm saying it in a video. If you hear that I'm moving house 2026 again, don't be surprised because I want to move back to a 2-bedroom flat. I just need to get my finances right. Exactly. That's just all I need, like get my monies right, because transitioning from 2-bedroom to 1-bedroom is not easy. I thought it would be very okay so long as I have a better space, better environment, better neighborhood, I'll be fine. But like no, I want my privacy. Like I miss being able to just shut the door, even when I want to pray, when I want to shoot, all that. So anyway, guys, I'm almost done getting rid of this junk. So this now, for instance, why would this basin be in my room? But I don't know. It looks like that's what's gonna be. So I want to transfer this bag. Is like a bag of toys. And this is just basically junk. But just doesn't even like normal children's toys like dolls and stuff. No. Anything you want to trash in the house. Empty cream, empty roll-on, empty deodorant, empty perfumes. Anything you want to trash in the house. My daughter is going to turn it into a toy. So this is just a pile of junk. These are old lunch bags that she literally turned into toy. Look at my oh god. This is still good. She has dried it up. Anyway, so I'm just going to move them here. So I'll get rid of this bag. But I think I'm going to select bag of junk, guys. Bag of junk. I have to get rid of oh gorgeous. I have to get rid of so many things here so that we can have space. Seriously.
Under the Rio moonlight, so divine, your heart beats in rhythm, echoing mine. Soft under the Rio moonlight and listen true, my love. I'll always dance with you. Under the Rio moonlight, so divine, your heart beats in rhythm, echoing mine. Soft and slow, let's sway tonight. Under the Rio moonlight, the dawn may come, but let it delay. For
So while I wait for my face to dry out, I'm going to talk about some of my realities, or just one aspect of my realities as a single parent in my late 30s. In fact, let's just say throughout my 30s. If you watched my video about my heart party, the link will be under this video. You will understand that my entire 30s was all about single parenting. So I don't know if God is bringing someone into my life to, I don't know if I'm going to be married in my 40s. So all that at this point in my life. In fact, this year, while I was participating in praying and fasting, when it got to the point of praying for life partner, I was very, very indifferent. So, so I dedicated my 30s. Of course, I got married 28, had my baby 29. By 30, my daughter was turning 1. So as I'm turning 31, he's turning 31, turning 32, he's turning 32, he's turning 2, like that. So this year, by the special grace of God, I'll be 40. My daughter is turning 10. So I used the whole of from 31 to 39 praying. Of course, among so many other things about my life, growth, progress, advancement, career advancement, financial independence, and so many things, part of it was also marital settlements. And during that period, of course, I met a few people, but as a single parent, your I don't know the word to use. There is a derogatory term people use, but I don't want to use that term because I know that that's not what defines me. But still, you have to be very careful. As a single parent, you also when a girl just broke up with her boyfriend, and that time you're vulnerable. Thank you, the word I was looking for. You're vulnerable. You're vulnerable. Emotionally, financially, mentally, sometimes spiritually. A lot of divorce can really destabilize you. So it's painful, unfortunately, that's when a lot of people swoop in, not to come and help you, not to rescue you, but they are coming to take advantage. And this can happen to anybody at different phases of their lives. I grew up an orphan. My father died when I was 11. By then, my mom had already passed on. So I experienced it more than my siblings, because at least then the older ones were about 17 or 16 then. For me, I was still little. So I had less time to spend with my parents. So, but I know that even as a child, I heard that some of my daddy's friends at that stage were asking my sisters at 16, 17, asking them out, telling them, you're a beautiful girl. They practically had to run out of their offices, because at that tender age, you're still carrying your innocence, approaching them as, oh, my uncle, my daddy's friend. But some of them came with a pervert mindset, and this has happened to so many women. Sometimes you're going through a divorce, you're going through a breakup. That's when even your husband or boyfriend's best friend, that's when they'll start telling you, if you need company, call me. If you need emotional support, they are not coming there to help. They want to use the opportunity. If they've been wanting to sleep with you, they want to use the opportunity to chop and clean mouth. Unfortunately, that's how Nigerian men interpret it. That's how they often see women, just as sex objects. It's the opportunity to chop and clean mouth. So yes, I've had quite a large number of people approach me at different stages of my life. And honestly, there is the part of knowing that a lot of them are not honest. And then there's also a part of fear of, what if you give your heart to someone and they still do the same thing again? So you just don't want to venture. And I was at that phase for a very long time. And then when I was eventually ready to get into the dating pool, it was mostly the kind of men that I don't want to have anything to do with. My ex-husband was a divorcee. And that was me at the stage where I felt I shouldn't judge a man. The fact that he got it wrong the first time doesn't mean he'll get it wrong the second time. Don't judge the book by the cover. Bible says we should not judge. And I wish I judged. Because if I judged, I would have married someone who will still treat me exactly the same way he treated his first wife. And disclaimer, I met him 7 years after his divorce, so it wasn't about me. I wasn't the side chick looking around the corner and swooped in immediately he got divorced from his wife. No, he had been separated from his first wife 7 years before we met. Then 2 years later, that was when we even got married. Okay, maybe we met 5 years after, then 2 years later. But I know that it's been 7 years since we separated. But and thank God. So I wish I judged. So now in my single mom stage, I told myself I am not going to marry a divorcee again. Yes, I know. You people might say, oh, single mother, you even have taste. I even making choice, but it's my choice. And God can do it. If God says he's not going to do it for me, no problem, I'll stay single. But me, I already have trauma from marrying a divorcee. I will not do that to myself again. And I feel like my daughter's life is already complicated having stepsisters from the father's side. If you marry another divorcee, step siblings from this side, step siblings from no, there's too many steps are stepping. I don't want that for my daughter. So if I'm not able to find a single man who wants to be with me and start a fresh family with me, so that my daughter will know that, oh, these my siblings, they are from my mother, and we are just a whole family, on our own. Like, I think I'm gonna stay single. These are one of the realities. It's not as if to find a man that you want to date. It's not hard though. To find a man that you want to be sleeping with, it's not hard. You guys already know say men cheap, right? Both the single and the married are like, they are cheap, easy. Just call them, they are ready. They like sex, they like to sleep with women just to say I knock. So they are quite cheap to get. So trust me, finding a man is not a problem. Even if it's not even for commitment, just for fun. Trust me, if they. But now they exercise our own self-control, and now they talk say no, this is what we want for our lives, and this is the path we want to follow. You understand? So that notion of, hey, some women, they will never marry, that most women that even stay single is their choice. I know there are women that are looking for husbands, yes, not like that one, yes. Of people are desperate, doing all manner of things, but that's what's resulting in of people snatching people's husbands, in the name of they can't find a man. But part of my realities is that it's not easy because you have chosen a particular path in terms of commitment and just being with one person that you guys are, you have a goal. You're dating for marriage. It's not for fun and stuff like that. It's very difficult to see people like that who want commitment like you do. A lot of them just want, and trust me, they're gonna throw marriage at you. They're gonna throw that marriage. They'll try to, before you know it, you just meet somebody today. Tomorrow is already saying, "How is my baby?" Your daughter is our daughter. Everything they feel single mothers want to hear, and sometimes it's really upsetting and ridiculous. Like, you don't need to fake. You don't need to try too hard. In fact, I've even seen someone that was afraid to meet my daughter. He was so scared, say, no, please, I'm not ready. Right? But, like that, for me, that's realistic. And, there's this talk of, oh, are you sure your daughter will ever forget her dad? But some men, they just want to start for me, they're being fake, really. Even a woman that is marrying a divorced man and is with his kids, she will be afraid to meet his children. You're eager, like, these children, they'll think I want to replace their mother. That's the normal human behavior. Coming into a single mom's life, and the first thing you want to start faking, your daughter is my daughter. When will you introduce me to your daughter? We are still talking, I've not met you. In fact, some of you have not met you in real life. You have not done anything for me. Let me even put it that way. You understand? We've not even talked like 1 month. You're already doing fanzine. Your daughter is my daughter, It's like, guy, come on, calm down. Don't do that. Don't be like that, So it's not easy, and I'm sharing this so that as much as I don't support women staying in an unhappy marriage, right? But I want to share this reality so that if you're coming out, you will know. So don't come out feeling frustrated. Some people are depressed. I know one that says she's still in therapy. Like, you need to know these realities. Me, when I came out as a single parent, I was still looking for people to draw inspiration from, because Nigerian women are ashamed. Nigerian women are afraid. Even when I told the story of my divorce online, a lot of people had to DM me that, why did I make that video? People don't need to know what you are going through. Thank God for social media. A lot of women are bearing the consequences and speaking their truth. A lot of women, our mothers have been dying in silence. That's our mothers of yesterday that men like talking about. A lot of them were dying in silence. A lot of them were suffering, and that's what they expect you to do. So when they see you not bending over backwards to please them, they say you are not like the mothers of yesterday. A lot of the mothers of yesterday don't want you to be like them. They want you to rise. They want you to fight. Me, as a single parent, because I can't depend on a man, because I cannot depend on sleeping with different men to survive. I cannot depend on sleeping with somebody else's husband, sleeping with a married man. Whether he's old or young, it doesn't matter. I have to work my ass off to put food on my table. That's why I feel you guys have to put respect on my name, put respect on the name of every hardworking single parent there. Seriously, some of us are quite responsible. Some of us are quite considerate and kind towards other mothers. So here I am, close to my 40. No, not close to, it's this year. And I don't know what it's going to be like at this point. I'm like, God, if it's your will, so be it. If not, I'm done. I'm done praying about marriage. Someone told me this year, why don't you pray, get close? I said, no worry, me, I'm very close to God. Though. Me and God are 5 and 6. Trust me, I have a very good relationship with God. But you see, the only prayer I'm praying this season of my life praying for myself, for my family, for my children, friends, praying for the church. I would even invest more in evangelism and soul winning than to kneel down and pray for a husband. If I'm already in a relationship, I can pray for my partner. Like, oh, let God bless him. Truthfully, let me not lie. Like, if you're dating for marriage, of course, the right thing to do is to pray, oh, this thing works, blah, blah, blah. But like, it's not that type of, you will die. You will die if it doesn't happen. I am at an indifferent state of mind when it comes to marriage right now. Like, what's for me, oh, for me, if God wants to really bless me this period, then make her get money. The things I'm pursuing, the things from my content, my YouTube, social media, my career, like in terms of my 9 to 5, trying to go into web design, all those kind of things. I even want to further my studies. Like, let me just have money to really do the things I want to do for myself in my life and my child. You know, give her the best education, the best life, put her in good schools, provide her needs. And the truth is, the more money you have, the chances to serve God better. Sometimes poverty make people do some things. If you're rich, don't worry. If you want, let your church be in one place. You can burn the fuel and go there. But so many times you will not go to church because you don't have transport fare to go to church. You know, it's ridiculous. So it's not easy. This life, single parenting, it's not easy. From relationships to survival. Survival is harder. Unfortunately, a lot of people prioritize relationships more than even trying to survive. You see some mothers. One time I had a single mom took her own life because the man she was dating broke her heart. And she had 3 children. You see, when we say decenter men, we're not saying because we hate men. It's because it brings more peace into your life. See, as a single mom, I will encourage every single mom out there, just tell yourself, I'm a not marry again. You know, like, find a way to condition your mind. Put marriage in a way that it is like, maybe I may never go to Yugoslavia ever in my life. So it doesn't determine your peace of mind. It doesn't determine your joy. What is Yugoslavia? It's just a place you have heard of. It's in the map. You don't know if you ever get there. You don't even know what will carry you to that place. Just place it there. I know that of us, we grew up. Why some of us prioritize marriage? Because we grew up. The girl child from a tender year has been groomed to think about marriage as her essence. We are literally told you are nothing without a husband. Literally, like, no matter. I remember in those days in my 20s. That's why I said the thing I know now. If I knew it when I was 25, my life would have been better, I swear. In terms of chasing my dreams, following my passion, you know, investing in myself, taking courses to better my life. So when I see 25-year-olds, 27-year-olds, 24-year-olds that own a brand, they are doing social media management, they're into content creation, they are opening one business, they're setting up ring lights, building their brand. I'm so proud of them because some of us did not have these platforms, this exposure, like this entrepreneurship spirit. All our mind was just, I've graduated. Sometimes some people graduate, they're not even thinking of job, they're thinking of marriage. It's time to marry. Decenter men, decenter marriage, it will bring peace into your life. So much so that you are able to channel your energy, your resources, your passion, your interest, your emotion into other value-adding things, you know, in your life. At the point when this whole thing started making sense to me, when my pastor said, when the trumpet sound, I'm not going to ask you who you're married. You're not going to heaven as Mrs. This or that. You're going to heaven as you. Only you. It's not about your children, your daughter, your sons, your husband, your father, your mother. No, it's you. So these ones, some of you carry marriage on your head, like, some people even ask me, if you marry again, what if it doesn't work? As I say, you know what the world is. I don't care if your future hobby, whoever you do, just know that if I choose to say yes to you, it's not because what you can give me, because I know people don't even date for money. It's just maybe I like you and I feel you make me happy, you make me smile, you make me crack jokes, or there's a way you add value to my life. If you come into my life, you decide all those their men are polygamous, what's this polygamous in nature nonsense? I don't have time. Child disrespects me, physically, spiritually, emotionally, anyhow. I'm out. With the life I've lived already, I've been able to do it without mine. How many years? I will go. So if anybody is coming to my life, just know you're coming to bring the peace where I get already. You're coming to increase it or make it better. Don't come and add to my wahala. Don't come bring stress and drama. I'm not gonna take it. I will go. You will wake up one day, you will not see me. I don't have time. You understand? So at this point, I think I've even digressed from what brought me into this video. But guys, I just wanted to vent and my face has dried up. But if you can relate to anything I just talked about in this video, let me know in the comments. And if there's any questions you have, or you want to ask me some things about my life as a single parent, or you want to know more about life after divorce, you know, just hook me up in the comments or send me a DM. My email is also there for inquiries and stuff like that. And also, I'm open to brand partnerships and blogger collaborations because I have a website as well. So just let me know if you want such collaborations with me. My email is there. Send me a mail, hit me up. But for now, I need to go wipe this off and continue my day.